Music artists and business owners are calling this new app Numella genius. And let me explain to y'all why. Can you imagine every time if someone hops inside of a ride share, whether it be Uber or Lyft, they are hearing your music? Can you imagine if someone hops inside of a ride share, the first thing they are hearing is the ad for your business? Well, imagine no more. Welcome to Numella. Check it out.
Hit my phone, I ain't reply again. You should be used to me when it ain't good, so why you surprised again? That ain't my way, that ain't my swag. I think you should try.
Y'all gotta remember one thing. Every time someone hops inside of a ride share, like a lot of us probably have, you are listening to the music that the driver is playing. You are listening to the advertisement that the driver is playing. The whole ride, you got a potential customer listening to your music. You got a potential customer wanting to pay for your business. All y'all got to do is go download the app, use my referral code that I'm going to pin in the top of the comment section, and tell them Hood Educated sent you, and they gonna give you a free campaign. It don't get no better than that. Now let's get back to this demonstration. If you Hood Educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a Hood brother's point of view to all of you here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. So let's get something straight first, right? As long as I've been living, right? All this time, y'all mean to tell me that if I was ever in adversity, or my life was threatened, or if there was a potential for harm to happen to me, that all I had to do was one gesture, and this gesture right here will have black folks coming from the air, the land, and the sea to aid and assist me in my adversity. Check it out. That's it. Hey, I ain't know. I did not know. All I had to do, and y'all see, I rock caps all the time. All I had to do is just take my hat off and throw it in the air, and black folks gonna start jumping in the water, swimming to come. I'm talking about running off boats and everything to help me. Man, I wish I'd have known this a long time ago. But hey, I guess you can teach an old dog new tricks, right? Because now we know. Now we know. If you get into anything with anybody, brother, take that hat off, throw it up in the air. Black folks gonna come from everywhere. I'm talking about men, women, old and young, to assist you in your adversity. Now, before I get into my demonstration, right, there's one more thing that shocked all of America, right? That shocked, I'm talking about the whole world, was this right here. Check it out. Yep. Yeah. A black man in the water. Now, y'all know, right? That's one of the stereotypes. Black folks, we don't like to swim. Black folks, stay away from that water. But here it is. You got a brother diving in the water, swimming, doing a good job at it. I'm talking in a river. And then, not only that, when he got on land, man, that brother was putting in work. Now, those are the two things that I wanted, before I get into my demonstration, that I just wanted to get out there, right, y'all? Because I'm telling you, man, hey, look, that right there, hey, Montgomery, Alabama, man, y'all done showed y'all ass. And let me say something to my non-black people, my non-African American people, right? A lot of people are under the impression, or a lot of people are like, why are black people so excited about this violence, right? And I can understand that, because y'all know I don't promote the violence. I'm all about the peace and love, right? But let me demonstrate with y'all and give y'all an understanding why this is so viral, and why black people, African American people, whatever you calling yourself these days, are so excited about this, and I'm talking about so happy about this. It wasn't the fight. A lot of y'all is stuck on, it wasn't the fight. It was the fact that here it is, you have black people, young and classic, men and women, sticking together. Yeah, unity. That's what it is that got everybody talking about this and so excited about this, because here it is all over the world. I mean, the propaganda is that black folks don't stick together. The propaganda is black folks like harming each other, and they nice to non-black people, right? That's the propaganda. But I gotta be 100 with y'all. I wasn't shocked that when I seen them brothers and sisters getting down like that. Why? Because it's the South. It's the South. And I'm telling you, man, like I'm talking about, they've been under the iron hand of oppression from non-blacks forever. So they gotta stick together. Even though they had their conflicts, they do what they do, but they gotta stick together. It's almost like being in jail. Some of y'all ain't never been to jail, and that's a blessing. Some of y'all ain't never been to the penitentiary, and that's a blessing. But for those of us who have been, we understand and know that, when it come to non-black people or non-African American people, we like this here. We sticking together. I'm talking about, man, you will see Bloods and Crips, GDs and Vice Lords like this here. If it's a racial issue, yeah, they gonna fight amongst each other and all that. But if it's a racial issue, like this here, you are sweeping down like, I thought they was enemies. They were just in the cell fighting yesterday. What? Hold on, wait a minute. You see what I'm saying? So more than the fight, more than even the race, it was the unity of our people and the unity that we demonstrated in front of the world. Now, let me say this right here, y'all. Y'all know I don't promote the violence, right? But for them to jump on that brother like that, the way that they did, it just told me in my mind that they really believed in their mind that it was okay to do that. You know, because here it is, you had old white men and young white men participating in the crime together on a black man. Now, the whole thing is this right here. Who was in the wrong and who was in the right? I got to be 100 with y'all. My hood educated non-African American people, I got to be 100 with y'all. The white people that started beating on that man for doing his job, they was in the wrong. They shouldn't have did that. Had it been some black people doing that to a white man, white woman who was, doing her job, they would be in the wrong too. It don't matter. They excited everything that happened to them. Why? Because they started it. Y'all ain't gonna let these peoples get off the boat. Y'all think y'all can just park y'all boat right here and these peoples can't get off the boat. Y'all see that it's a boat full of black people. Okay? And so here y'all is, nah, we posting our platoon right here. We ain't going nowhere. Yeah, so we don't care about them being on there. And then when somebody try to correct y'all and y'all wrong, y'all start beating on the person. So everything that happened to y'all, y'all deserved it. Y'all deserved it. Why? Because y'all excited it and y'all started it. Now, one thing we got to understand is this right here, y'all. This is the South. This the South. So for all you brothers and sisters that participated in that melee, understand that people like to get back. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't even got to be the people that done got beat up. It's other people that's in the South that still have those racist views, right? Yeah, Ku Klux Klans, skinheads, those type of people. They might want some get back. So my advice to anybody that was in that, protect yourself, keep your head on the swivel, and understand that it's not a game to some people. As if like some people we looking at this and the brothers and the sisters, they did that. Yeah, okay, it's all fun and games right now. But we got to understand, look, they in the South. They still down there in Alabama. So for you brothers and sisters that participated in that, hey, keep your head on the swivel, and y'all down South, y'all can keep that thing on y'all. Y'all can keep that thing on y'all. Now, let me say this right here to my my hood educated residents that are non-black. Is this a racial issue? I don't think so. I don't think that it was I don't think that this was a racist issue. Let me just be clear about that. I don't think that it was racist. Was it racial? Yes, it was racial. It had a lot to do with race. Because here it is, you gotta understand something. Black people has not forgotten about slavery, and black people will never forget about slavery. Black people will never forget about police brutality. Black people will never forget about rich, elite white people playing them, pushing drugs into the community, pushing guns into the community, trying to destroy the community. Some of y'all who are non-black are like, hood educated, what are you talking about? That's not, you have to be here to understand. If you're non-black, you don't, what I'm saying to you is gibberish. It's almost like a conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of stuff. But if you come from the ghettos of America, it's clear as day. And the proof of how black people are treated in America, the proof of how black people are disrespected in America, I'm going to ask all of my non-black hood educated residents one thing. By show of hands, how many of you would like to be treated like a black person in America? You see what I'm saying? Don't nobody want that treatment. Nobody. And that's okay. That's okay. But don't nobody want that treatment. Why? Because the world, America, knows what they are doing and what they have done to black people. So you gotta understand when black people see something like this, yeah, it's gonna have the racial overtones and stuff like that. Yeah, people are gonna be saying, hey, yeah, finally some brothers fought the oppressor, even though these white peoples ain't did nothing to nobody. As far as, like historical facts, slavery and all that old type of stuff. But you gotta understand, it's almost like this right here. Let me put it to you guys like this. For non-black people to tell African Americans to forget about slavery, that would be like me telling America to forget about Pearl Harbor. Remember when Japan came over here and killed all those military men? America will never forget about that. Another thing that America will never forget about is 9/11. Rightfully so. You shouldn't forget about these things. You see what I'm saying? Can you imagine somebody coming up to an American and saying, man, come on, that was 9/11, man, don't worry about that, man. That's nothing, man. Come on, man. That's disrespectful. And Americans had pride and they was excited when the United States Army went over there and bombed Afghanistan and Iraq and went to war with the Taliban and ISIS over what they did to 9/11. Americans rejoiced when American soldiers went over there and killed Osama bin Laden. You see what I'm saying? So, come on now. We balanced over here, the hood educated. We got to be balanced. Once again, though, do I promote the violence? Nah. I wish that the white guys would have just moved their boat. That's all they had to do, bruh. The brother came up, hey, look, check this out, man. Can you move the boat, bruh? I got to dock this boat right here. You know what I'm saying? These people's got to get off the boat. Man, can you move your boat real quick? That's all they had to do is move it. But they didn't do that. So they excited everything that happened. Like I always say, we bring things from the root. We come from the root cause. And we got to understand something. Whenever there's an action, there's a reaction. So for his action or their action for not moving their boat caused all this misery and pain. Not only that, it caused the man's business to tank. TMZ is reporting that this man's business has tanked ever since this incident. But you got to understand something. Don't rejoice in that. Why? Because there's finna be a plethora, a multitude of white people coming to support this man's business because of what happened. Watch what I tell you. And if not that, if them white boys go to jail, them young ones and the classic ones, if they go to jail, and when I say white boys, excuse me, let me, because I don't want a person to call me a boy. The white men or those white guys that possibly are going to jail and being charged with stuff that happened over there for them jumping on that brother, don't be surprised if you see white people come and support him. Legal fees, dental fees, medical fees. This is America. This is the world that we living in. This come on now. I guarantee y'all that's what's gonna happen. So in closing, allow me to say this right here. Man, let's be peaceful. Can we all just get along? Nah, let me quit. Y'all know, rest in peace to Rodney King, man. Rest in peace to the brother Rodney King. That was his whole demonstration when the police had beat him half to death. He said, hey, can we all just get along? Now, look. August 5th, 2023 will forever be one of them days for black people to say, hey man, you know, this is one time that we was able to demonstrate some unity in the world scene. But my thing is this right here to all my African American brothers and sisters. I would like for us to demonstrate that type of unity when it's black on black crime. I would like for us to demonstrate that type of unity when a black child or a black young man commits harm against another black young man. I would like to see that type of unity when we see heroin dealers, fentanyl dealers, pimps, stuff like that in our community, that we can come together and eradicate them. Now, I know some of my hood educated guests or some of my hood educated residents are still in the streets. Listen to me, brother. I don't mean no disrespect to y'all. Some of y'all still gangbanging. I don't mean no disrespect to y'all. I just want y'all to change, and I want y'all to think better. You can do better and get you some paper out here. You don't have to commit crime to live, to make money. You don't have to commit crime. But you've been taught this for years and years and years. And so you believe it. But understand something, brothers and sisters. If you can be taught how to commit crime, you can be taught how to run a business. Okay? If you can be taught how to pimp multiple women, you can be taught how to be a CEO of a business. If you can be taught how to organize a gang of criminals, you can be taught how to organize a gang of legit hustlers. So allow this to be a lesson to us. August 5th, 2023. Let's use that same type of energy, that same type of unification to attack those, not violently, right? Not violently, unless we got to. But to address those who's out here to destroy that type of unity. This hood educated, not lame related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, please hit that like button or the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a donation to the channel. Peace and love.